What if I told you that the missing piece in your manifestation journey isn't another affirmation or another visualization session? What if the universe is just waiting for you to move, not with fear, not with hustle, but with pure, intentional, aligned purpose? That's the secret of inspired action. And once you learn how to recognize and act on it, you'll stop chasing your dreams and start walking directly toward them. Welcome to Vibe and Manifest, where we decode the spiritual laws of the universe, blend them with psychology, and turn ancient wisdom into practical steps. If you're new here, make sure to hit subscribe, because today's video will give you the exact framework to transform ideas into reality, without burnout, without guesswork, and without waiting forever for a sign. Because manifestation isn't just about thinking and feeling, it's also about moving. But not just any movement, inspired movement. Part 1. What is inspired action? Inspired action is a concept that's often misunderstood, even by people who've been studying manifestation for years. Let's make it simple. Inspired action is movement from alignment. It's when the urge to act doesn't come from panic or fear of being behind, but from clarity. It's when you suddenly feel the intuitive pull to reach out to someone, to open a document and start writing, to apply for that opportunity that just feels right. It doesn't feel forced, it feels natural, light, exciting, even if it's outside your comfort zone. When you're in this state, you aren't acting because you feel you must. You're acting because your soul is nudging you forward. And let me tell you, those nudges are gold. They're your inner GPS aligning you with the timeline where your desires already exist. Like giving advice. Part 2. The Science of Inspiration. You might be wondering, is this just spiritual fluff? Actually, no. There's a psychological and neurological basis behind inspired action. Your brain has something called the reticular activating system, a filter that determines what you notice and pay attention to. When you clearly focus on a goal or desire, your RAS starts highlighting relevant signals and opportunities from your environment. That's why you suddenly notice the book, the podcast, the person, the chance that was always there but now feels magnetic. It's not coincidence. It's your inner world shaping what your outer world reflects back. And when you follow those nudges with action, you activate the law of inspired action. You become a co-creator in the most literal sense. Part 3. Inspired action versus forced action. Most people are taught to act constantly, to grind, to hustle, to keep doing no matter what. But forced action is a trap. You can work 16 hours a day and still be out of alignment. You can take 100 steps in the wrong direction and never get closer to your dream. Inspired action, on the other hand, may start small, but it's like stepping on the right path. Let me give you an example. Sarah wants to start a spiritual coaching business. She's overthinking her website, logos, colors, getting overwhelmed. But one day, she feels a strong, calm urge to go live on Instagram and talk about one lesson she learned that week. She almost ignores it. What if no one watches? But she listens, goes live. Someone hears it, reaches out, becomes her first client. That is inspired action. It's not forced, it flows. And every time you act from flow, the universe opens doors that no amount of hustle could force open. Part 4. How to access inspired action. So, how do you access this kind of action? Here's a process you can use daily to awaken that inner knowing. Like giving advice. Step 1. Create quiet. Inspiration can't land in a noisy mind. Spend at least 5 to 10 minutes in silence every day, not scrolling, not thinking, just being. Meditation, a quiet walk, Music without lyrics, breathing deeply. You're not looking for answers, you're creating space for them to show up. Step 2. Ask the right question. After you feel centered, ask yourself, what is the next aligned step for me today? What would I do today if I fully trusted the universe? Let the answers come softly, gently, no force. Step 3. Follow the spark. Inspired action usually feels like a spark of clarity. Like, text this person, record that idea, go to that coffee shop, and when it shows up, act on it, immediately if you can. Don't rationalize it away. That's your mind. Your soul already knows what it's doing. Part 5. Inspired action in real life. Some of the most life-changing results happen because of tiny, inspired steps. J.K. Rowling got the idea for Harry Potter on a train and felt compelled to write it down on a napkin. Steve Jobs said he often acted on gut more than data, and that intuition built Apple. You? Maybe you'll feel called to write a blog, start a TikTok, email someone you admire. Trust those sparks. They're not random. They are breadcrumbs from your higher self, and they always lead somewhere powerful. You can affirm, you can script, you can visualize, but none of it will move your life unless you move, and not with fear, not with desperation, with inspired, intentional, trusting steps. The law of inspired action doesn't ask you to do more, it asks you to do what feels true. So today, take one small step, just one, and watch how the universe rearranges itself in your favor. Comment below, I follow my inner guidance. Subscribe for weekly content to unlock your highest self. You were never meant to chase. You were born to attract. Then move with purpose.